Limbaugh Show brought to you by Lori Darlings in Fayetteville and in Childersburg. And Coach Limbaugh was humming along with What Can Wash Away My Sins. You guys sing that song in your church, don't you?
Absolutely. That's about all I can do is hum. I let all the others sing.
There you go. Well, it is week one, I guess, of high school football season after the Jamboree game last week. And on the road to Verbena, and I asked you how you got to Verbena. You begged off to someone else to tell me that.
That's right. It's South Chilton County, and those are country boys over there, and they'll be ready for some football this evening.
Yeah, let's talk about the Jamboree. What did you glean out of that last week?
Well, to tell you the truth, brother, we needed that game very badly. It exposed a lot of things that we have to work on, and sometimes a fella needs a bloody nose to be able to combat what's coming. So, Randolph County was really ready for the ball game, and in this respect, your Coach Pritchard has them in a wishbone offense. Old school, they're running that football, they're going downhill, and that's what it's all about. And they're going to a lot of ball games to keep that up. And, they're a 3A ball team that's got it going on, so they gave us what we needed.
They hadn't won much lately in the last few years, and they were hungry, and you hadn't seen the wishbone a whole lot either.
No, we hadn't seen that a whole lot. And we're a small football team, and in that respect, they have some large kids. But let me tell you something, our kids hung right in there. They fought hard, and at the half, it could have easily been 7-6 our way, but it was 6-0 there at the half, very close ball game. Then that big bruiser they had for
how big is that fullback?
About 250. He's a big old boy. He came in there that second half, and he looked pretty good. You
just have to hang on, hope for help to get there.
Hang on, hope to get there. But we learned a lot about ourselves. It had some good things happen. We played 3 quarterbacks, and I thought all 3 of our quarterbacks did a great job in their own right. And when Zeke DeLoach was in there, he looked good at the quarterback position. We didn't move the ball as well as I would have liked. When Landon Payton was in there, Landon looked good. He completed some passes. And it was really neck and neck between Landon and Cadence Barrett. And Cadence Barrett came out a little ahead, and he gets the starting nod this game tonight. But he really did well through a touchdown pass and then through a 2-point conversion for a score. But he looked really good, Cadence did. But all 3 of them did great things. So I got 3 athletes I can turn to at any time to play that position. So
talk about your defense a little bit.
Outstanding. First half really nailed it, did a great job. Really proud of Peyton Craft. Peyton Craft came on and did a really nice job for us defensively. Of course, Atticus Jags, we expect a lot out of Atticus, one of our leading tacklers, and Cole Hardy really hit hard. Some of our hardest hits came out of Cole Hardy, but I thought our defense just did an outstanding job. And even in the second half, when the big fullback came in, we were in the right place. It wasn't like we were misaligned or anything like that. We were in the right place and just got to make that tackle. Got to get lower and make that tackle. But I thought they did a good job.
And the fullback, he wasn't very tall, and he was just kind of difficult to handle.
Yeah, bruiser.
Yes.
Stocky, well built. I like to see him in the weight room. I like to brought him home with, kept him at Fayetteville with us, but he's a good player.
So Verbena played Central Coosa County in a 0-week game last week,
right?
And beat Central pretty handily. You've seen some tape of them. What do you think?
They look good. Verbena is hungry. They're ready to go, and they got a running back that's top notch, number 22. He'll take it to the house if we're not careful to keep the beat on him. So their offensive line is pretty good size, kids. So it's going to be all we can do to go to Verbena tonight and get that win. But I really believe we can. I'm looking very forward to the ball game, and our kids are looking forward to it. They worked hard all week. And one thing about our kids last week in the game, they did not give up. They continued the game. They competed the whole game. So they never stopped. So I'm really pleased with that.
What about in the fall Jamboree last week against Randolph County? Problems with turnovers?
Yes, we did. We had some problems turning the ball over there. Now, we got on some, but we also gave some up. And at most inopportune times, we intercepted a ball and ran it back from, 70 yards, ran that thing back and got on the 1 yard line, let somebody punch it out. So we could have easily been up 7-6 at the half, but then we get another ball intercepted and caught rather. We catch another ball and lose that one, lose the handle on that one, and that was down there around the 12-yard line, I believe it was. We're fixing to go in and score. So that took away a couple of touchdowns. And you lose the game 20-8, that's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, that's how close the game really was in a lot of respects, with us not playing good offense the first half. My offense didn't move the ball the first half like we wanted to. So we were close in the game. But that said, we did get on some footballs. We intercepted 2 and got on one of their fumbles. But in the big scheme of things, we were down 1. Did
you get to play any of your younger guys?
Yes, practically everybody played in the game. Got everybody on film. We got to look at them, and some guys really stood out that really pleased with. So we're excited about that. We're not a school that's 3 deep by any means.
Yeah.
But we can be 2 deep in a lot of places, and that gives me a lot of hope.
Let's talk a little bit about what Fayetteville's offense can bring tonight against Verbena. How are you going to attack this Verbena defense?
Well, we're not slow. They run a 4-3. We've got to establish the run, but what we want to do, Jimmy, is we want to stay on the field, keep our defense rested. We want to have long drives. If you can get a drive of 5-6 minutes, that's worthy of giving defense rest. But if you're getting 3 and out, that's not helping anybody. So we want to prolong the drives. Even if you don't score, prolong the drives. We want to score every time we touch the football. But to be realistic, we want to prolong those drives, keep their offense off the field, keep our guys out there, give our defense rest. That's the game plan. But you got to establish the run to be able to do that. You got to establish the run.
No doubt about it. We always spotlight a Fayetteville player, and we do that again this week. And Coach Limbaugh, I know it's early. First game hasn't been played yet, but who's kind of been in the spotlight for you so far?
Well, I'd say Zeke DeLoach stood up last week and said, "Here I am." He was ready to play the ball game. He looked good. Like I said, at the quarterback position, he looked fine. He did a good job. Everything we asked him to do, he didn't have any plays where he didn't know what to do in the first game. He knew what to do every time and executed the play as called. When he got at receiver, he made some excellent catches. He went up one time between 3 defenders and came down with the football. And then get a pick on defense. And one of the hardest blocks I saw all night out of our receiving corps, we got on them pretty good about their blocking. But one of the best blocks I saw all night, hardest blocks, was out of Zeke DeLoach. So Zeke DeLoach was that player that stood up and did a great job for us. So hopefully that continues all year long.
And they have to do well in the classroom as well.
Right. Well, we talked to them about all that. Jimmy, we talked about our kids, and what we tell our kids is to be the best person they can be for their Lord, for their family at home, their family at school, for their coaches, to be the best person they can be. And that means in that classroom, doing the right things. We hold them accountable. There's laps given and quarters set for not doing the right things in class. We had one kid that did something silly and got in an Oscar, so he'll sit a quarter. You can't play when you do that. So you're going to do the right things if you're going to play the game.
Hey, them 12-minute quarters can be 30-minute quarters you sitting on that bench.
That's right. You're sitting on that bench waiting. It gets turned into a long time. So it teaches them to do the right thing in class. But we want our kids, when they grow up, our young men, we want them to grow up to be dads that won't quit their families.
Yeah.
Husbands that won't leave their wife. Employees that won't walk off the job. Mm-hmm. We want them to be people that don't know how to quit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, Lori Darling, sponsor of the Coach John Limbaugh Show. We know about the good eating there, don't we?
It was great last week. We really appreciate what she does for us. And I, of course, sometimes have a third grade education. I can't count right. So last week we needed 10 more plates. And she got them in there just like that for our pregame meal. So if any family wants to go there, they'll be well fed.
No doubt about it. Lori Darlington, Fayetteville, and in Childersburg, Coach John Limbaugh and the Fayetteville Wolves on the road against Verbena tonight. Coach, let's get a W and talk again next week.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
Coach John Limbaugh Show every Friday morning here on WOIL and WOTM television. More daybreak right after this.